touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. For the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt the break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a do it, Mr. Knew I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. It's big enough with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heaven then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. There's Chris Olave. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
On first down, Barry. That's Olave bringing in another one. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Saints at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage. They go play action here on first down. Back to Kamara for another catch. Oh, nice move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Saints! Chris Olave.
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to... And we'll step aside for a moment. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Off the play fake. Barry looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
They'll look to throw again. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Rohrwasser's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they were able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
A handoff running left is Gibson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a point of attack.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Mayfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. There are none 2 plays that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gets it to Thomas.
Finding room at midfield.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Barry.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And we'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Garner. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of 1st halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Mayfield looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Throwing on 1st down. Barry. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, 27 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, with the offensive line, you're good concerned protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Fourth down, Mayfield. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
A final shot before break. Barry over the middle, complete. Taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we've come upon halftime. To Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Mayfield. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Straight ahead, Gibson. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Play fake. Mayfield steps away. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Once more, Gibson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Second down, Mayfield. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Mayfield. Man open left side is Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 33. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Gibson. Down to the 25. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go play action. Mayfield. Able to connect with Dotson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. And nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. One more time with Gibson. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Mayfield keeps it himself and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Sly able to put this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Throwing to start the drive. Barry. Thomas brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? After one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Connection made to Ruckert. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. David Onyemata coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he finds McLaurin. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Slide for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Next to score, Saints 24, Commanders 17.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd and 2, Barry. He's going to air one out. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. He finds his man complete. That's Garner. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Baker. And this would have been intercepted. If he could have gotten the feet in, he didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Mayfield on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Nifty move. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Saints are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. Now Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. If you step back and look at this, see the pretty impressive victory.